Hello and welcome. It's always good to be here with you. Good to see you here. And this evening, as not almost, every evening, we are bringing to you guests that are here to share and exchange tips and tools with you. And especially if you're an entrepreneurial woman, because tonight our guest is Kathryn Watson. Kathryn is definitely an entrepreneurial person. She has been in the helping profession for over 20 years. She has a phenomenal background. I could go over it all with you, but the story I want her to share with you. And I want you to say hello and welcome our guest, Kathryn. Kathryn, hello and welcome to Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, Living Legacies. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Joy. I really appreciate you having me on the show today. I'm really excited to be here and share.
Yes, I'm happy to have you here because I know your background and I know what you're doing. I know from experience that you've been in the helping business for over 25 years, and you just founded the Marketing Your Care, was just founded last year. And you have other things that we'll talk about, but tell us a little bit about that and why you decided to start this business.
Okay. So Marketing Your Care was born out of a love for working with companies, small businesses, and entrepreneurial types who are in the helping professions, who really want to reach a number of people so that they can stay in business. And I get really upset sometimes because I see really great people that are doing such good work, that have such a heart for what they do, and they're going out of business because they don't know how to market correctly and they don't have that background. So I want to help them find the way to market their business so that they can stay in business and continue to help those people. Because Joy, when I do that, think how many lives I'm going to touch.
Yes.
You know?
I love that. I love that, Kathryn. I love it for so many different reasons because your title, or the title that we gave tonight's show, is Spend Your Time Doing What You Love. And when you spend your time doing what you love and you support and help others, there's nothing more rewarding than that. And especially in the area that you're in. Now, I know that mainly it's elder care. Tell us a little bit about why elder care and how you came to that particular segment. And I think you said something about people over 50. How did that come to you and at what time?
So I have done a number of things in my career. I started out in the holistic industry as a massage therapist and doing healing work and that sort of thing. And about 2008, my mom became very ill. I was going back and forth from Houston to Louisiana to take care of her on every other weekend. I was there from Friday to Monday. She was bedbound on hospice, severe dementia for the last 2 years. So it was quite a challenge. And it was quite a challenge for my family because we didn't know where to go for help when it first began. And like many families, we struggled with that. We didn't know the questions to ask. We didn't know who could help, what resources were out there. We just didn't know what we didn't know. And through that and through getting online and learning about resources and things, I was able to help my family. But I thought, there's so many families out there that don't know, and they don't know where to go. And then on the flip side, there's these wonderful companies that have these great services, and they don't know how to find those families that are looking for them, that don't know what they're looking for.
I know exactly what you mean, Kathryn, because I have two very dear friends who are in the same boat right now. One has been a caretaker for a lifetime, it appears, and the other has just become, and they don't know where to turn. So you're the person that will be able to give them the information that they need, and you can share it in so many different ways. How did social media for you become such a big part of what you're doing?
Well, when mom got ill, Facebook was around. It wasn't real big at that time, or at least it wasn't for me. I was on it, but just personally, not professionally, not for a business or anything. But as I started to move into this field. And after Mom passed away was when I moved into it. She passed away in August. In September, my mother-in-law fell and broke her pelvic bone, and we had to move her to Houston. So the journey continued, and my husband and I cared for her for the next 5 years. So through that, I learned even more. And I always tell people, I said, yeah, I've used every senior care service out there that is available at one time or another. My family and I have used all of the different services because I had to. We had to learn about them and find them. So I knew at that time that I needed to do something in the field of elder care because I wanted to help families be able to find the resources that they needed. So I founded a company called Find Houston Senior Care. And it was a web directory. And I still have that. It's a web directory where people in the local area can find what they need. I love marketing. I've always loved marketing. So as social media became more readily used and accepted, I just gravitated towards it. I mean, it was just a natural fit. It was like, oh my goodness, this is such an easy way for small businesses like myself, because I was an entrepreneur starting by myself, to market our business. It's not expensive. You can do it, yourself, or you can hire somebody to do it, but it's easy and you can do it. Yeah.
I'm chuckling because you say it's easy. And
I know, probably shouldn't have used that word.
No.
To me, it's fun.
But no, this is why I'm chuckling, Kathryn, because it's easy for you now. It wasn't easy, most likely, when you started out. But what you're doing, which is so empowering, is you're helping it to be easier for the people who need the services now. And that's what's really delightful about the whole process. It's easy also, I would think, to segue from holistic type of endeavors over to healthy care for others. Is that not so? Is that not was that an easy segue to make because you had an understanding of holistic and what that means? Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. For sure. Yeah. And Joy, one of the reasons I said it was easy too is because I remember back when I started my massage therapy and holistic practice, and computers, I just barely gotten on a computer. Internet was dial up. There were no websites, I mean, so I had to find a little program and figure out how to print up a flyer. And then I had to go take it down somewhere and have it printed. And then I had to fold it and mail it. And it was costly and it was time consuming. So that's why I say social media is easy, because when I look back at what I used to have to do and what I do now, it's like, oh my gosh, I can reach so many more people quicker and easier than I ever could before. And that's what I like about it.
Yes, I understand that. Was chuckling for different reasons, good reasons, but I get that now. Tell me, what is the most rewarding part of what you're doing now with your social service, elder care, helping service business? What gives you the most pleasure? What is most rewarding to you working with people who need your service? Marketing care is phenomenal right now.
Yeah. And I guess what really sets me on fire is just being able to share and help people. And when I see the light bulbs go off when I'm teaching a class in marketing, and I see the light bulbs go up, or somebody says, I got that. I did a talk today at a networking organization, and this guy says, I learned something, and it's like, yes, I did a good job today. So that really does it for me, knowing that I've helped somebody. And the connecting, I love connecting people. Somebody once told me, a healer once told me years ago, she said, you are a connector. And she said, you're going to be doing something different than you're doing now because you're a connector. And she's right. I love connecting. So with social media, it makes it easier. Just like I connected you to a lady the other day to help with with your business.
Absolutely.
I mean, I met her. I knew it was a good fit. Oh, I know somebody I can connect you to. Without social media, I would have never met you. I
Isn't
would have
it?
never met her,
Yes. I
you
hear
know?
you loud and clear. And that's one of the reasons that we're here, because we both have this great love, appreciation, and we value social media and technology. So
Mhm.
it speaks for those of us who really, I love the name that she or he gave you, the connector, because in
Mhm.
a way, those of us who are working towards doing powerful, impactful things for others, and especially for women, that's what we're doing. We're connecting one to the other, and we're working in every way that we can to dispel all of this nonsense about women don't get along and women this, that, and the other. I've always tremendously, from my toenails up, disliked that saying. So
Yeah.
I look to connect with all women if they are
Mhm.
open to listening, receiving, aiding, assisting others, then I'm there. And I love, that's why I love what you're doing. Now, when it comes to, you almost share, I think you did share with us, what is one of the best compliments you've gotten in the work that you're doing? I think you already shared with us one.
Yeah.
Are there others that
Yeah.
you could share with us? Because you're doing
The
such great
best
work.
compliment is just like I said, when they get it, when they understand, when they understand how to go out there and start connecting other people.
Mhm.
I was talking to a group today, and pretty much the elder care industry is really behind the game on social media. They're an industry that has been slow to adopt it, but they're realizing that they need to now. And so they're trying to learn. But for the most part, people in this industry have had a really struggle with social media. And I just love being able to show them how it's really no different from the outside networking that they're used to doing. When they go out to networking events and they work with people in the community, they're helping. They're connecting them with other people. They're doing that. It's no different on social media. It's not about showing up and just posting your stuff. It's about connecting.
Yes, yes, I like that. You
Yeah.
know, one of the things that my husband and I have said, and this is a good point for you, and I bet you've heard this before. We were happy, happy seniors, happy elders, and we said we'd love to have a 12 or 13-year-old bounce in here every now and then and share some insights because they come out of the womb knowing technology. And here's the other
Right.
thought that we had, and Kathryn, you can speak to this. It would be nice if all of these people who are building these senior care assisted living homes, if they would put
Hmm.
right next to it a center for young people, because the exchange back and forth
Exactly.
would be
Yes.
heavenly, would
Yeah.
it not?
Yeah.
That's something.
Interestingly, I think it's in the Netherlands that they actually are doing a lot of that. They're bringing in people that are going to college, and they're saying, okay, you have free room and board here
Mhm,
while you go to school. Your
mhm.
school will be paid for or something like that. And they interact with the seniors. They have, maybe 10 hours a week that they donate to actually working there. But the rest of the time, it's just interacting. They may play cards with somebody, they may sit and chat with somebody. And it's so beneficial for both groups.
Yes, there is no doubt in my mind that at some
Mhm.
point in time, if they've started that in the Netherlands, it will progress its way here
It
in
will.
one fashion,
Yeah.
form, or another, because I think it's quite needed. How does using social media to market help to save you time and the people that you're working with?
Great question. Okay, so a lot of people, when I say that, they think, what are you talking about? It's more time. I don't have enough time in the day as it is. And
Mhm.
they get really scared and frustrated with it. Um, how it saves me time, number one, I go out and I look for people that I want to connect with, people that would be a good business relationship, whether it be somebody that maybe needs my services. More often, though, it's somebody that I can just bounce ideas off of, or somebody that I can share their information out there in the community and help them. Because when you do that, when you go out and you're of service to other people, it's going to come back to you tenfold.
Yes.
And before you know it, I mean, I had a lady that called me up today. I had an appointment with her. She said, I need your services. And she said, I've been watching you on Facebook. I said, oh, you've been stalking me, huh? She started laughing. She says, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, no, it's okay. I said, I think it's a smart business move. Get out there and get to know the person. She said, I've watched you and I like what you're doing and I like what you're about. And I think you're a good fit. And so she hired me, so people don't understand. I never reached out to her. I never, went after her or anything. It's not about going out and trying to sell somebody or it's just about going out there and being of service and sharing and helping. And when you do that, it's going to automatically show up for you. I guarantee you it will.
No doubt about it, Kathryn. It's been proven over and over again. When you're in the business of service and you're about servicing and helping others, whatever you put out there, it does come back. What do you think is one of the most important actions you need to take on social media today, not only for the people that you're working with? What is one of the most important actions that they can take today if they are, well, most people are involved with social media, yes?
The number one thing that they need to be doing is, again, connecting. And how you do that is you go out, you connect first, of course, with people that you already know. You go into their pages. If they have a business, you go to their page, you make comments on their post. If appropriate, you share their post. You don't have to share every post out there. Don't share every post out there because it will be overwhelming for the people who follow you and they'll stop following you.
Yes.
But you're going to share occasionally when it's appropriate. But making comments, having conversation. If somebody puts up a good blog, read the blog before you make a comment, please. Know what you're talking about. Understand what it was about. That sort of thing. Just connect.
I like it. I like exactly the way you expressed it too, because we all know, most of us who are into staying up to speed with Facebook, that liking is really not enough. That the engagement and sharing is much more impactful, much more powerful. Yes. But your point there, Kathryn, is right on point. Be mindful. Don't share everything. And also speak to how you connect and comment and what you can say, because from my own experience, and please share with me what yours has been, a lot of people don't know how to make comments and what to say on their Facebook profile.
Exactly. And, it depends on the particular post, but like I said, if it's a blog post, take a few minutes and read it, okay? Maybe you don't read the whole blog. Maybe you skim it. Maybe you read parts of it, and something that resonates with you, then you go in and you make a comment about that. When I say a thoughtful comment, something that makes sense about the blog, put your opinion in. It's okay to have a different opinion from the person who wrote the article. It's okay to say, hey, I had a different experience with my mom, and this is what happened with us. And start that conversation. Hopefully, they will be a smart business owner and they'll be watching their page. And when you make a comment, they'll go in and reply to your comment.
Yes. Yes,
and
indeed.
Don't get upset if somebody makes a comment on your post and it's not in the same, they don't agree with you. It's okay. It's conversation.
Yes.
Okay. But do be respectful if you disagree with somebody. Always be respectful, just like you would in public. Yes. If you wouldn't go into a networking meeting and say XYZ, then don't go online and say it.
Yes. The internet is not made for the overly uber sensitive, shy, and retiring. Not if you're going to be on camera, because you have to be able to take the yay and the nay, the good with the ugly. So knowing how to do it, I like your word respect. That's a big word for most of us. And I think that once you're able to have that regard for yourself, what you say and how you say it to others will be much more meaningful. So you have to be mindful of how you're doing that. Tell me, this is, I don't think there are any crazy questions. Why is it important to you, Kathryn, to be about? I know that you are in the business of helping and servicing in the healthy care and healthcare market, both men and women. But why is it important for you? Because we've had a little bit of a conversation to be about empowering women. What does that speak to for you?
Well, that's interesting that you would ask that because I do work mostly with women, I'd say. I've had a few gentlemen that
Mhm.
I've worked with also, and I've worked well with them, but mostly it's women that I seem to connect and resonate with. Um, to me, it's just about helping to lift people up, about helping to get people out there. Like I said, there's so many people out there that I've seen that are doing a phenomenal job. They
Mhm.
are so caring and so loving,
Yes,
and they have so
yes.
much to give. And I don't want to see them go out of business because the world needs them. The world
Yes.
needs them. And families are out there and they're struggling and they need what you have to offer. So, like, I think it was Marianne Williamson that said something about not shrinking.
Yes.
What was that
I know.
quote she has? You know what I'm talking
I
about,
don't
that
know
wonderful
verbatim, but
quote.
I know
I
exactly.
don't know it verbatim, but don't shrink small. You've got to get out there and share what you have. If you have a gift, God's given you a gift. Don't hang on to it. You got to share that gift with everybody,
Yes, yes. I love
you
that. I love
know?
that, Kathryn. I don't remember the one that you're talking about verbatim,
Yeah.
but I do remember this one. She said that our biggest fear is not that we're inadequate at all, and even that
Yes.
we're fearful. Our biggest fear is that we are afraid to stand in our greatness. That
Yes.
Marianne Williamson
Absolutely.
said too. And she is one of my
Absolutely.
favorite,
Yep.
what would you call her, spiritual teachers. But here's a
Hmm.
question for you, and we'll more or less end with this, and we'll see. We have always the loyal and faithful here, and the replays are good. And let me share with you and
Yeah.
for our audience what we do after the show, Kathryn, is we take this and we do what we have to do, and then we put it on YouTube and back so that you can get the URL and you can share this wherever you like, and the links and so on will be up so you can use this wherever you like. Now, here's a question that I wanted to ask because I think it's just as important as others. What's the most difficult part of building relationships with the people that you serve? What is the most difficult part of building relationships with the people that you serve? And that can be a loaded question, but just give that some thought because I could answer for you quickly for me. What is
That's
it?
interesting. I guess I'm not sure that I would say it's really difficult building
Hmm.
relationships, as long as you hone in on who you resonate with, who your tribe is. If I try to build a relationship with someone that's not a good fit for me,
Yes.
then it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to be difficult and we're going to have a lot of challenges. And I do that sometimes. We all do that sometimes, because it's part of our learning process. And so when I find it's not a good fit, I have to learn to say, you know what? I don't think I'm the best fit for you. And I would like to refer you to somebody who might be a better fit. Sometimes you have to say no to people so that you can bring into you your best and perfect client.
Oh, what a great
You can't
answer.
work with everybody. I
No,
can't work with the whole world,
no,
you know?
no,
So I
no.
have to pick and choose.
Yes, there is a great
Yeah,
book that
that's
speaking to what you just said, Kathryn, that I just
mhm,
finished reading. It's called The Brain Audit, and it's by Brian Sean D'Souza, I think.
mm,
And he spoke to just what you said. You can't service everyone. You have to find your target
right,
person. And that one person that you find, there's zillions of others. And that's who you market to. And you can't
hmm,
be, I think initially we all started, not you and I maybe, but lots of people started on this online internet marketing thinking that you could service any, every, and all. Well, you can't. That's just the
right, right.
reality of
No,
it.
you can't.
Now, end with us with this because we know that you're in the healthcare business and all of the wonderful things you've done, marketing your care, your website we put up here, and you founded the Houston Senior Care Center and all of that. What is the greatest gift that you're bringing to the people that you serve?
The greatest gift that I am bringing to the people I serve.
Mhm.
Oh, gosh. Well, I would hope it would be inspiration. I hope it would be
Mm.
inspiration.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it very,
Yeah.
very much. Nothing beats inspiration and
Hmm.
motivation. And one
Yeah.
of our famous speakers, I think it was Zig Ziglar, who said, somebody said to him, well, inspiration and motivation, it doesn't work and it doesn't last. So he said,
Yeah.
well, you remember that? You
I
know what I
remember that one.
He said, well, neither does bathing, and that's why we have to do it every day.
Every
So we
day.
all have to be motivated and inspired constantly, or it's too
Yes.
easy to drop off, right? You do.
You know, we feed our bodies healthy food, or at least a lot of us try to, but
Yes.
we forget that we have to feed our brain too. We have to feed our mind. And it's so important to listen to inspirational and motivational speakers every day, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why those of us, you and I, and so many others in the business, we're always attending as many networking events that we
Hmm.
can because we're wanting to learn. We're wanting to
Hmm.
take what we can encompass in our outline and DNA and make it a part of us, and then we move forward. I love what you're
Right.
doing, Kathryn. I think
Thank you.
that there is no greater work than helping, because none of us really think, especially at a certain age, that you're going to age and you're going to grow old. But the reality is that
Hmm.
we all do. I just gave a
Yeah.
speech last night from Steve Jobs. I copied his speech to give because it was an interpretive reading. And one of his sayings was that we have to make way for the young, and they have to be
Mm,
inspired and motivated. And we need more role models. So, what you're doing to
right.
help aid and assist the elder people in all the different ways, I applaud you, especially with social media.
Thank you.
That is
Thank you.
really
Thank you.
wonderful. Thank you for joining us. We're going to put up your website, Marketing Your Care, and you're on all the other social media sites, right?
Hmm.
And we'll
Yes.
put that,
Yes.
and then this will be available for you within the next 24 hours, and you can take the URL and post it wherever you like and share it.
Great.
And it was interesting, fun, and delightful to be with you. Thank you so much. You're a new
Thank
friend, but a loyal friend. That I know
Oh,
already.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joy.
You
It
take
is
care.
nice.
Hang in there. I'm going to say
Bye-bye.
goodbye to the audience, and then I'm going to make sure that all of your information is up there. For all of you who are out there today who are joining us, thank you for your time and your attention. It was great to be with Kathryn. Once you listen over again to this broadcast, you're going to get so many interesting tips and tools that you can work with, that you can use, that will benefit you as you move on your journey regardless. Because what we're doing here with leading ladies, and Kathryn is definitely one, leading ladies, leaving legacies, living legacies, is making sure that you connect and meet all the different women from all the different walks of life, doing all the different types of businesses that will benefit and help you as you build your tribe. Not everyone will be for you, but those that are, you will embrace, and those that are not, you will share and exchange with others. So wherever you are and whatever you're about, you be well and you take care. And please do make sure that you get to my website. Take a look. There's a lot of information there for you. And then in turn, what you can do is let me know that you're tuning in and that you're listening to what we're all about. And yay or nay, one way or the other, let me hear from you. Until the next time, you be well and take care. And always coming your way from this end of the world, the very, very best. Bye bye for now. Cheers.